We all have different experiences when you're done with college, but then when you were still in school, we thought everyone had the same kind of experiences because you used to hear almost the same kind of stories. But then it's only when you get out here and be a college graduate yourself, that's when you realize that there are some things that people don't really quite talk about, but there are things that almost 90% of us experiences one of these things, and that is why today I'd like to talk some of the things that we experience as college graduates that most of the time people don't talk about. So let's address these issues and let's feel free to talk about them. So you can tell me about your own experience after college down on the comment section. So if you're new here, my name is Lois Odor, and on this channel I talk about nursing, I talk about life in college, and I talk about life as a nurse, and also I give tips to students and also do vlogs. So if that is something you are kind of interested in, make sure that you consider subscribing. I was done with college in December of 2021, so it's almost 3 to 4 months down the line. Currently I'm not employed. I did a diploma in community health and nursing, that is KSHN in KMTC, and so life after college is usually kinda tough, and most of the time you just usually feel lost, and it is okay to feel lost because you are kind of transitioning. You are used to the college life whereby you just depend on people telling you what to do and people telling you like how to live, and you're just getting advices and you're just living on, and someone is paying for everything, and like life just goes on when you're still in school. But now you're transitioning to try and become an independent adult, and you're trying to do most of the things yourself, so it's kind of hard, and you are going to really face some challenges when you're trying to go through this transition. So for me, one thing I usually tell myself is, even if I feel lost now, I know it will always get better later on. Like, I'm a really hopeful person. Like, I just don't give up because of a current situation. And then I also usually take advantage of my current situation to look towards the positive side. Giving you an example, so I'm so sure right now if I could be working somewhere, most of the time maybe you work from morning to evening, you're so tired, you cannot have time to do anything that you ever wanted to do when you're done with college. And maybe some of the things that I've done currently, I couldn't have dared to do any of them because I could have been so busy working. So for me, I usually look at the positive side, that maybe during these 3 months that I've been out of college and not working, maybe it was time for me to really learn the things I wanted to learn after college. So the first problem that most people usually struggle with is what to do with their life in terms of where you want to stay. Like, some people struggle with do you want to stay by yourself, do you want to live with a friend, or do you want to go back and live with your parents? Like, it is usually kind of fighting decision, because it's kind of hard to readjust because you went to college for like 4 years. Some people even never used to go back home, so you already adjusted to staying by, like, living by your own and like preparing what you want and going whenever you want. Now you have to again go back home and readjust to following the rules and living according to someone else's rules. So some people usually don't want to readjust to that, and so they decide to just like find a place, rent out, even if they don't have a job. But then remember, this is just so risky. I know we get a lot of pressure, especially the male graduates, because most people usually think only because you're a man, you really don't have to go back to your parents' house. You have to be a man, go and find, like, start living by your own. So because of this pressure, you find especially guys, like, they're the bigger percentage of people that don't go back to live with their parents, because like, people usually feel it's okay for a lady to go and live with their parents again after college, but it's not okay for a man to do that. So we usually say it's okay to go back and live with your parents, whether you are a female or a male. It's still okay to go and live with your parents. Like, if you feel you're not stable enough and you cannot be able to cater for your own needs, it's better to do that than to just struggle and get into depression. Some people even get into kind of business that are not suitable, like you get into robbery, you do things only for you to be able to earn a living. So if it's okay with the parents and it's still okay with you and your parents are still alive and you can still get to live with them, just take the choice of living with them. Like, I'm telling you, you can save a lot. You can just take time before you start, and when you start up, you start from a good kind of energy, if you're getting me. That is, if you, let's say, you don't have a job, or if you're you're just starting out. But if you feel you're comfortable, you're stable enough to start on your own immediately, then well and good, it's your choice, you can just start on immediately. The other thing is living with people's expectations, because right now people expect you to have achieved some things in life, to have done some things in life. So just set boundaries, because you're going to get people are going to tell you, oh, it's time to get kids, it's time to get married, it's time, like, you, why is it that you haven't gotten a job? So just learn to set boundaries. Don't let people get on your nerves. Just find a way to make yourself happy. Make sure you say, just let me live my own life, because you lived your life. Let me go at my own pace, because I know God's time is the best, and God's time will come. So just let me live with my own pace. So set your boundaries. Don't let people make you feel frustrated with your life here. The other thing that most of us are struggling with is not knowing what to do next, because yes, I've graduated, so what? So what am I supposed to be doing next? Should I start working? I'm not even finding a job related to what I studied. Should I just go for any job? Should I, like, you have so many questions. Like, this is a time where you really don't know what to do next. You really don't know what tomorrow holds for you. Like, for me, actually just go to sleep, not even knowing, like, which job am I going to start applying the next day in the morning. So you just live trying to, you know. Another thing is that when it comes to friendships, you're going to lose some friends, you're going to make new friends. So just make friends according to your preference. Like, it's not bad to lose friends. Like, don't force it, because at times you'll find that maybe they're friends you had and you are really trying to talk to them and they're not interested. Like, just don't force friendships, and also just be free to make new friends, because this is the time to kind of network with people who are going to help you out here. Like, this is the time to find those people who have the same, who are thinking towards the same direction as you. People are going to help you to build a really kind of new direction for yourself that you've always wanted. So be free, be flexible to make new friends. Even if you're going to lose some, there's no problem, because some people, I usually say, some people are even better off out of your life, especially if the people are bringing negativity to your life. It's better off to kick them out. So don't have that feeling. Just know that some are worth losing, some are worth making new friends. So yeah. Another thing that most of us are experiencing is loss of identity. So you can remember when you were between 16 and 20, you had all these things in mind that you really wanted to do when you were done with college. You had all these plans written down, all these goals that you knew you wanted to do. But then, most of the time, when you start working, you end up forgetting all these things. You will only realize that you wanted to start a business, that you wanted to become a musician, that you wanted to do this and this, only when you are 40 and you feel, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, so loss of identity is something that people are really going through because of the life experiences. Yeah, so for me, I usually say, when you're just done with college, try and figure out what you wanted to do, so that in the process of working, you try and incorporate the things that you wanted to do in your life, so that by the time one day, maybe you decided one day you'll quit and focus on this one thing, you'll still have it in mind, because you're still thinking about it. And then the other thing is about finance literacy. Like, most people after college, they really don't know anything about finance and investing and managing your money and all those kind of things, because they're things that no one will quite teach you about them. They'll only get you off guard. So that is why you have so many people who have retired and you really haven't thought about anything to do with their life until that time you've gotten into retirement. So most things that people usually face is that you're really trying to save, you're really trying to know how to invest, you're really trying to do these things, but because no one has told you how to do it, it's becoming a problem to you. So try and read books, try and listen. Like, nowadays everything is on YouTube. You can just listen to someone talk about it on YouTube, talk about investing and saving, and just try and learn from it, because if you wait for someone to teach you about it, no one is going to teach you about it. And then the other thing also is about struggling with paying the student loans. So you remember, like, you don't have a job. Yeah, you don't have a job, you're not working, you're not getting any money from anywhere, but they expect you to pay the student loans. The interest are still going up. I remember when you were done with college, the interest had already like started counting. You're just done with college. Remember, you're going to spend some time just looking for a job. even started paying. So you can imagine the kind of stress that goes with trying to pay back student loans. And then lastly is forgetting who you wanted to be. Like, I think that happens to almost a really big percentage of people, because when you meet adults out here, they'll tell you, oh, when I was growing up, I wanted to do this, I wanted to be this, but then, oh, people usually blame things on, I got married, I had kids, I got a job, so I couldn't follow my dreams or something. So I don't know why people usually find problems in like blaming marriage and children and work on not achieving your dreams. Let me just tell you, if you want to achieve something, no matter the situation you are in, I believe you can achieve it. Like, if you really want to achieve it, I believe you can achieve it no matter the situation you are in. Nowadays, I usually see people, especially on TikTok, they're like, oh my god, I cannot have kids, those are just like waste of time, I cannot get into marriage because I won't be able to achieve my dreams. Like, how does it really affect you achieving your dreams? Like, I'm really not sure about that. Someone can just explain it to me on the comment section, because yes, I'm not married yet, I don't have kids yet, so maybe I won't understand this better than you can, but then I really just don't get it. Because for me, I used to think that if you really want to do something, you'll go for it. Like, the pressure will just even wake you up in the middle of the night for you to go for it. Like, having an excuse, I don't think. So yeah guys, thank you for watching this video, and see you on my next one. Bye bye.